In Minnesota, Houston County officials are considering a temporary moratorium on the sale of THC products made from legal hemp plants. That means temporarily banning the sale so county officials can study licensing, rules, and sale management. News 8 Now's Emily Haugen explains how the community is reacting.
On Tuesday, Houston County Board Commissioners took feedback from the public on the proposed THC moratorium.
You're putting more health risk by taking this away from the community than by leaving it in place.
Most of the people who spoke were against it. Jason Redman, who owns the CBD shop in Caledonia, says he's seen a lot of success since THC products were legalized.
Yeah, they get relief, more relief from Delta products than they seem to get from the medication that they're prescribed.
He worries that moratorium will damage his business and the local economy.
I'll either have to shut down or I will barely be able to make a living just selling CBD stuff because it's just not as popular as the Delta stuff.
Only a few community members spoke in favor of the moratorium. Susan Link, who lives in Caledonia, was one of them.
People tend to think if it's legal, it must be okay.
She said she worries adult access to THC products would set a harmful example for area kids.
We already have so many other substance abuse problems in our society that we don't need to increase the accessibility and create more dependence upon substance.
Redman argues keeping area kids in check should be up to the parents. This proposal comes as the state is working on its own plan for cannabis. Now, Minnesota Democrats pledged earlier this year that they would legalize marijuana in 2023. As introduced, the bill is nearly 250 pages, and it's a lot to get through. But within these pages are details on taxing, licensing, and even retail location.
Once it's done, once they read it, I think all their questions will be answered and all the policies and regulations will be put into place for them.
Now, if all of this goes into effect, local governments can't stop people from having the product. But if local governments are conducting studies or want to make reasonable restrictions, they'd be allowed to regulate cannabis businesses like CBD Stop until 2025. Link believes restrictions would benefit the community.
In particular, we don't want that to become the social norm.
Just up the road, Redman hopes the moratorium doesn't happen.
But I do believe that they have the option to decide for themselves what medication they'd like to take.
For now, the decision is up to the county. In Caledonia, Emily Haugen, News 8 Now.
Thanks, Emily. And the Board of Commissioners say a decision on that moratorium will come in a couple of weeks.